This is Red Band. We are back with part 2 of Dysentery pilot from Death Squad Burbank. We don't know if you can hear a bunch of noises. We have a power problem with... in our ears, we hear a bunch of static and bullshit going on. But I don't think you guys can hear it, so you might. But if you do, then you're a part of this whole thing. So,
it just started.
Yeah, it did. It just started. So we are here. We've been doing this Dysentery first time at Death Squad Burbank. And we haven't really done Dysentery. We've been just hanging out and talking. Like Janice, you haven't talked about your vagina at once the whole time.
Am I not? Am I supposed to be the one that talks about my vagina?
No, you're a straight one. But you did say something the other day that really bugged the fuck out of me. You were singing.
Okay, Kate, I need you to tell me if this is fair or not. So I was singing this stupid song to Beauty and the Beast melody. I was just singing, "Smell my Giny hole."
Giny hole. That's
Shiny hole?
Giny hole.
Giny hole.
That's the
Okay.
I'm just
grossest
being
word
stupid.
ever made.
My Giny hole doesn't actually smell.
Yeah, but when you're dating somebody, the last thing you want to hear is my Giny hole. That is
Okay, guess
horrible.
what he did today?
What?
He took meat from his teeth that we just ate.
What kind of meat?
And then he gave it
What
to
kind of
me.
meat was it?
Carnitas.
Carnitas.
And he gave it to me.
After you chewed it?
No. I just picked something out of my tooth
Oh.
and I rolled it into a ball.
And he's giving me shit
And I
about
put it
singing
on
this
her
stupid
leg.
song.
Can we please
I put it on her
fucking... Wait, can we talk about the hypocrisy of men for 1 second? Because, okay, I just broke up with a guy who the entire time we were dating was like, "You're the best sex in my life." Dude, I made this guy come 7 times in one night. 7 times. That's a record for me.
7?
He came 7 times.
How is that even possible?
in a 15-hour period? So it wasn't one night. It was like over
That's
the
a
course
fake
of...
dick he has.
Dude,
No, if he came 7 times, he has a fake dick.
actual cum.
No.
I swear to God.
That's not real cum.
I swear to you.
How do
Not
you
real
What do you
cum.
mean not real cum? How do you fake it?
You can't come 7 times.
That's what I
Look,
thought.
I have come 3 times. In
I
one
know. It was crazy. And he said
that's
it
too
too.
much.
Okay, so here's my point, okay? The entire time we're together, he's all, "You're the best sex in my life," blah, 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 whatever. Then we break up. I say something to him he doesn't like, and he's like, "Well, you know what? The sex was just okay with you. Your pussy smelled, and I didn't like how it looked." Like, that was the best insult for me he could come
That
up
is
with.
so immature.
Yeah,
It's
that
like-
is immature.
It's like a middle school thing to
It's
say.
like a baby.
But
So
also
juvenile.
not true. I taste test my own. My pussy does not smell. Maybe like
right.
occasionally.
All right,
like
so let's here's what we'll do. If you want the truth,
I'm not gonna let you smell
No,
my
no,
pussy.
no.
no. You just dip your
Yeah.
finger.
I mean,
You
I
just
do it
dip-
all the time.
No, you just dip your finger in there.
Yeah.
And let Janice smell it, and she'll give
Brian,
me. Do you want it?
I mean, do you think that's a weird thing to do now?
No. I mean,
Okay, yes, I will. But here's
Alright.
the thing. I'm gonna say.
Wow, you will.
Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Because I know my pussy tastes amazing. In fact, one guy told me it tastes like Skittles, and whenever I want him to go down on me, I'd say, "Taste the rainbow."
all right.
But
Well,
here's my only thing with doing that now.
Right.
Is that when I know
You've been
I'm gonna,
working,
when I
you've
know
been-
I'm gonna
you-
fuck, I plan. I take I make sure.
Right.
Today I've been
Well,
out all
I
night.
think this is a good
And I'm sick.
average
No.
vagina, and you're
I'll
sick.
do it,
all right?
but I'm smelling it first to make sure
right,
it's
all
clean.
right.
But here's the thing. My point is, I don't ever just fuck like if I know a guy's coming over, no matter regardless of how long we've been together, I
Right.
run in my bathroom and I fucking make sure my shit is on point.
Okay.
So I
get
know.
I get that. I get. You know, like for a guy, it's even worse because like if you masturbate and you get a little cum,
Oh god.
it starts smelling like fish.
Yes.
My
So
point
gross.
is the hypocrisy of men because this motherfucker that had the nerve to insult my pussy, one, was the worst smelling dude. Like, I had to wash my fucking couch cushions because if we fucked on the couch, his balls smelled so bad. My couch would
Ew.
smell like ball sweat. Two, he brought bed bugs to my house.
Oh, that's not bed bugs.
Dude,
That's just crabs.
No, it's
everyone
not.
Knows, everyone knows that.
let me see how this situation
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I want to know. What is it?
Nothing. Normal
Nothing.
pussy.
All right, now give it to Janice. Let her
She
smell
doesn't
it.
want to do that.
No, she does. She's interested.
No, she's not.
No, she
Janet.
is. She really is. I promise you, she really wants to know the truth.
Only because it's you and it's your first fucking podcast here, but this is really awkward. 'cause
No. Seriously, Janice is down with this.
Actually, I'm impressed. It tastes great considering that I've
If
been
it
out.
does-
No, she doesn't need to taste it. She just
I
wants to
know.
smell it.
If it
I
does
know.
smell,
You can
You
say
have
the
to.
truth.
By the way, Janice, you have to let us know for
You can
sure.
barely smell
Okay.
It smells like a regular pussy. Doesn't smell bad.
you actually did it.
Yeah, of course. You thought I was gonna fake it?
All right. Let me have a look.
Wait, now I have front wedge.
Can I please, Janice? We give permission so I can smell it.
Go ahead.
It doesn't
Right.
smell bad,
Me-
Brian.
Yeah, it just smells like.
Like pussy.
Yeah, it just
Like
smells
clean.
Yeah.
And this is
that
after
actually is a good.
I've been
good
out
smell.
since
It's
7:30.
different. It's different
sweating.
than mine.
Yeah.
Hang on, I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
fix
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well,
If
yours
you were to
smells
smell
like- yours
Janice's,
smells
it would
like
be way
soy
worse, right?
sauce.
No, it wasn't. It's not
Stop.
soy sauce, but it's like a
kidding.
real lady. Like you're definitely
smell
rubbing
like-
the inner leg of yourself where you put some Bed Bath and Beyond. That's definitely not your real vagina. I don't think.
What are you talking
I
about?
smell more
That was
like
it.
yours has more like a high note than mine. Mine is more.
But it's not a bad
No,
smell.
it's not bad.
It smells like pussy, but
No,
not
no,
like
you smell
bad
like-
pussy.
like
a white woman.
like a white one. Yeah.
But
Oh, is
like
that what white
clean.
pussy smells?
Yeah.
Yours has more like zing. I feel like mine.
Zinc?
Zing.
Uh,
Zing. It's like we're doing a wine tasting.
Like
Yours is
mine.
more of a wood tone.
You have more legs
cherry.
to your pussy smell than most
Mine-
women.
Mind you, this is after 7 hours out of the house.
Yeah,
That's pretty
That's pretty impressive.
And
That's
I'm
actually
wearing
really good.
No underwear.
This
Yeah.
one time, this guy, I let someone eat me out after I had gone on a
Wasn't me.
run, gone to the beach.
That's their favorite time.
I felt so bad. I still think about that. I'm like,
What?
man, I
What do you
feel
mean?
really bad about
Did
that.
he say anything about it?
No.
Honestly,
fine.
who
Honestly-
gives a fuck? They're lucky to be there in the first place.
After the beach.
Look
Like-
at you.
Like true talk. Like I always fuck around with my girl and like make her think things and stuff like that. But she really is the freshest, cleanest girl I've ever met in my life.
Really?
Because you are fresh off the boat. Like you
Oh,
like you really are. Like you
In all seriousness, though, like, legitimately, let's say it was bad, which is not. Like, I'm meticulous 'cause I'm anal about my body in general, but let's say it was bad. No dude, if you don't like it, don't fucking come back.
Yeah.
Nobody has a right to be like, what? Like, women are already insecure about all kinds of weird shit. If you are a guy that would say, you know what? Well, your pussy sucked. Really? I rode your face for 3 hours last night. I didn't hear any complaints.
Also,
like,
just his age, the age that he is, and he's saying that kind of shit. You
age.
know?
Wait, what?
age, Brian. Whatever, you have bad bugs. And this is, by the way, mind you, a guy that
He's
was
a grown man.
borrowing gas money to come to come to my house and fuck me.
What?
Yeah, I paid for his gas.
God.
You know what? I hadn't been laid in months. Brian doesn't believe it.
No.
I took a long
I don't
hiatus.
believe anything Kate
Janice
actually
knows.
says.
I
I
tell
believe
her.
it.
She knows the truth. I went from November to May with no sex.
I only believe you because you own many Hitachis, and that's the only way you can get through
I only own one at a
the
time.
cold days, the winter days.
When I'm on the road, I use my hand so that my vagina gets a rest.
One thing I do know about Kate is I went to her house once and she has a plug-in Hitachi, like
I'm
to the wall,
jealous.
to the wall. No, that is a
should buy me one.
that is like the Hitachi Corporation was like, no, we have a real model that's made
Dude.
for real massages that when they need real electricity.
Do you know it's 1 horsepower? The original Hitachi?
Yeah, yeah.
1 horsepower.
That's actually a real thing.
Yeah. I went to the Vibrator Museum in San
wow.
Francisco. Yeah, you
Wait,
should
there's
go
a
there.
vibrator museum?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. You know, the original vibrators were wind up, and they were prescribed to
Wow.
women by
For-
doctors.
For hysteria.
Yeah.
I love San Francisco.
I was on Josh Wolf's podcast today. You know Josh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done it.
He does that Josh Chaos
Yeah.
show, and they asked us a question like if you were to pick one thing to be like America to make like a museum about, what would it be? And they asked Punky Johnson, and Punky goes, I would like a dildo museum. And we were all like, it seems like it's probably a thing.
There you
so
go.
you've been there.
Yeah, we did an
That's so
episode
weird.
of my show
like,
there.
like really, we talked about like
the
less than
odds?
5 hours ago.
Yeah, we did an episode of my Playboy Channel show there, and we explored the wide world of vibrators. There's so many.
What did the museum smell like?
Actually, it was hilarious. It's like a legit museum. And like the curators were like 70-year-old white women that looked like my great grandmother. And anything you would ask them remotely like sexual or dirty, they would kind of blow off the question and get back to business.
All right, Kate, I ask this question all the time, and I think you've answered it once, but it was that unreleased episode, I guess. So I need to know what your DPDs are.
What's a DPD?
Damps per day. So if you were to put
Damps per day?
Just go with it.
Okay.
if you were to put your finger on your vagina every hour of the day, 24 hours a day, how many times would it be damp?
It depends on how much pot I've been smoking.
Average day.
If
you
I'm
just
sober,
if you just touch your pussy,
all day.
you're,
For real. I'm like super
If you're
duper
sober-
wet.
That's a healthy pussy.
Very wet.
so you're a dad.
Like to the point where if I don't wear underwear, this is embarrassing to say, but whatever, it's this show. If I don't wear underwear, like it could drip down my leg wet
Really?
for no reason.
You've had
even.
it drip down your leg.
Legitimately. I dated this one guy who used to pick me up from the airport, and we had like, I don't know why, we had like the most sexual tension ever. And I would get wet just thinking about him. And when he would pick me up at the airport, by the time I get to his car, it'd be literally like dripping down my leg.
Have you ever masturbated in a public place? Like, look, the other day.
You know I have.
Other day, I did this horrible thing. Like, Uber has this new thing called Comfort. Uber Comfort.
You masturbated in the Uber
No.
Comfort?
It's a horrible thing that happened to me. Uber has this new thing called Uber Comfort, right? Now, when you have a couple extra dollars and you're like going to LAX and it's an hour drive, maybe you want to spend $7 more just so you have a newer car, you have leg room, but you also have two options on Uber Comfort. This is a new thing Uber's offering.
Okay.
It's called Uber Comfort. And it's not that much more, but it's a newer car. But you also have two options when you order it. Do you want the person to talk to you? And what do you want the air conditioning to be like? Like cold, hot,
Really?
nothing? And so I only ordered it because I'm like, it's going to be an hour drive to LAX. You know what? I just want a newer car. I want to be comfortable. I just want to sleep. I don't want somebody to talk to me.
They should have that option for everyone.
But also,
Every
like,
single-
No, they should have the conversation
Yeah.
option to everyone, and they should definitely have the air conditioning option to
no,
everyone.
but does
But-
that mean if you get a regular Uber that they might not have air conditioning now?
No. Most Uber drivers don't drive with air conditioning on because it ruins their gas mileage, and they're all like fucking homeless people trying to make money.
No way.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, you like it cold, but he has it hot. or
Yeah.
you like it
I
hot.
always
There's also a
assumed
lot
you
of
can
preferences.
tell them.
Yeah.
You can tell them always.
It's always
Yeah, you
awkward,
can
though, so-
sometimes, and sometimes they'll throw you out and like slap you. And
That's
shit
true.
Like that.
One
Like-
time
Or
I-
it's awkward. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm already in their car. I don't want to.
Right.
I did have a guy
space.
once tell me he couldn't turn the air on because it would give him a sinus infection, and it was like 90 degrees. So I get what you're saying.
Right.
But I thought that was kind of part of their job.
So I use Uber a lot, and my problem is sometimes people recognize me, and it sucks because then I'm like in the car and they're driving and they're asking me questions. I'm like, this is horrible. I can't walk away. Other times it's like this person is just like annoying the fuck out of me. So when it comes to conversation, I normally would prefer don't talk to me like you're driving me somewhere.
Yeah.
Let me like just look at my phone and whatever. So I did it once, and it was a great idea. Like I got picked up in a Lexus. I was like, this is a newer car. Like that's a part of this whole thing. It's like you get a newer car. And that's another thing. If I'm going to LAX, I don't want like a 1980 Honda Civic with no brake pads, and like sometimes it's like kind of sketchy when you're in a car, you know?
Which actually is the original Uber. All the cars had to be recent, and now it's like
Now it's not.
anyone with a running
No.
vehicle
They're
can
loosening,
drive.
they're
Yeah.
loosening it up.
Yeah.
That's why they made Uber Comfort.
Yeah.
They're pretty much fucking us.
100%.
100%. They're giving us an option that we all want, and they're going, hey, it's in the cars in the last 4 years.
You're right. And the Uber drivers are scary a lot. Like, you're a dude.
Yeah.
I've had so many Uber drivers when they take me home. They're like, "So is this where you live?"
Yeah. So Uber Comfort is going, these people are not scary. These
They're
are
legit
normal people,
drivers.
right?
Yeah.
So I did it once, and it was amazing. And I was like, you know what? I'll pay the extra $5 for this fucking ride. On the way back from LAX, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that again. That was a good experience. Was in a brand new Lexus, and they didn't talk to me, and the air conditioning was good, and I could just sleep on the way to LAX. It was a hot Asian Japanese girl, and so we get in the car, and I'm like, whoa, no, wait, can I take back the talkie?
Dude, I can't change my mind. Dude, that's actually happened to me too a couple of times. Usually I don't want to talk to him, but once or twice I've gotten an Uber where I'm actually like in the mood, like
Yeah.
I'm a little buzzed,
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm trying to fucking drive. Can you not talk? Like
Yeah.
they shut you down, then you
Yeah.
feel like a real asshole.
But the crazy thing about it is that I wasn't even like trying to hit on her or anything, but I was just like, wow, like you're a beautiful Japanese. She's Japanese. You're a beautiful Japanese girl. Why are you Ubering?
You
like,
are so
like,
creepy.
wait, let me finish, man.
Finish.
I was like, why are you Ubering? Like, don't you have like a sugar daddy? Like, what's going? Like, all these thoughts in my head, and then I'm like, I can't talk to her because she knows that I
Hit the
picked-
don't talk option.
pick not talk. Then I felt like an asshole. I'm like, oh my god, like I feel like like I'm being mean to her. And then I just sat there and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to talk to her and see what happens. So I said something like, oh, the traffic or whatever, and she goes, I'm like, oh fuck.
She's like, is this a trick? If I speak, will he
She's
give
like,
me a 1
what do
star?
you want?
Yeah. And
Oh, man.
and then I caught myself like putting my hat down a certain way just so I can look at her leg.
Brian? Okay, now that's great. Wait, I have one for you. Wait, I have one
Wait,
for
I'm not
you.
done yet.
Oh.
No, I'm done. Then she farted.
Shut
And-
up.
No. So
And then all his dreams
I-
came true.
I
And then he came.
and I promise you. So I heard a little,
Wait a minute.
and I was like, "What was that?"
Was it just you and her in there?
No, yeah,
You sure it wasn't you?
I promise you. And by the way, these Uber comforts, like when you say quiet, I guess they mean like you can't even play music because
What?
I think that's like a part of
Nuh-uh.
it. I think that's a
You
part of
probably
it.
can play your
I don't.
own.
I don't know if that's a real thing, but both times when I said no talking, no music. So it was one of those uncomfortable, creepy rides where
Those
just
are
hanging out.
weird.
Yeah, and so I heard a, and I was like, oh, that can't be a fart. And then I smelled the worst fart ever.
What
Like
did
it
it
was like
smell like?
it smelled like kimchi. It was like Asian food, and because I date you, I know what Asian food farts smell like because you do it all the time.
'Cause you never had Asian food before.
No. But then I was like, oh, that's weird. Then it happened again, like 10 minutes later, that she farted again.
Did you leave it in the comments?
No.
I
But the
would.
second time, she like lowered her window down a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
dude, she was
felt
probably sweating
bad.
crazy. She probably had her butt clenched
Poor
so
thing.
tight.
It was probably like she wasn't used to Uber Comfort because like no, even the drivers aren't used to it. So they're like, normally if the window's open, we're talking, I can fart and like I'll blow it out the window and blah blah.
You're
but this,
right.
you know what I mean?
You're
Like
right.
yeah, like and
It's uncomfortable for her.
Yeah, it was.
And maybe she has IBS and you made her nervous.
No,
Poor
you,
thing.
no. I
Maybe she
think
recognized you and she's
I-
like, oh my God, it's Brian Redband. Oh my God, I
no,
can't
no.
contain
I don't think
myself.
that's a thing. No.
Wait, I have the best fart story. It's not even about
Oh,
me.
I want to hear it.
My girlfriend recently who was hanging out with me late, like after the comedy show, like 3 a.m. She's like, oh my God, this guy just texted me. I'm going to go fuck. And I was like, all right, let me know how it goes. The next morning, I text her, I go, how was it? She goes, oh my God, he ate me out for like an hour, but I never got to come because I was holding in a fart the whole time. She was afraid to fart in his face. I go, so you didn't even fuck him? She's like, no, I pretended I came, and then I let him fuck me, and I left because I just had to fart, and then I farted the whole way home. What would you do if you were eating out Janice and she farted in your face?
She's done that before.
You have?
Yeah,
Well,
she's definitely
I
done.
farted while you were fucking me normal style, but like
Well, that's different.
not. No, I haven't done that.
Well, sometimes if you one night like really go in on the butthole, and then the next night you fuck someone, your butthole's a little stretched out, so then you might fart easier. But
So-
it's not real farting; it's just air.
So we should
Yeah.
talk about something that might embarrass Janice, but
Nothing will embarrass me.
but recently she's been telling me in the middle of the night I just start fingering her.
oh yeah.
Ooh, that's great. What's the problem?
I don't mind.
But
Are you awake or asleep?
Well, I'm awake.
Are you awake?
I'm not awake.
He-
I don't
he-
remember
he
any of
sleep
this.
sexes
You
or
sleep
whatever.
finger.
I sleep fuck her.
Dude, I recently brought a guy home a few times, the one I ended up dating. This should have been a red flag, by the way. The first time I brought him home, I made this guy, Brian won't believe this, I made this guy wait a month to fuck me. We dated for a month.
What?
Yeah, because I wasn't sure. But the first time he spent the night, we didn't have sex. Ooh.
Oh, that's too dark.
We didn't have sex, but get
Make
this.
it red.
He got so hammered that he passed out. Brian, turn it darker. It's too-
Turn it darker?
Yeah, he got so drunk that he passed out, like blackout drunk in my bed. And then I was, it's embarrassing, whatever. I was so horny. I kind of tried to wake him up to like rape him. It was too soon. We weren't even supposed to be fucking, but I was like super drunk.
Did you almost say rape?
Not rape, sorry. I didn't mean actual rape. I meant
That's a good catch.
consensual, wake him up, you know, whatever. Point is, I kind of half woke him up and started making out with him. I started like grabbing his dick, and then he was like, "Tell me you love me, baby. I'm so in love with you." We weren't even together yet. And when he said love to me, I got so like dry and turned off, and I thought, "What's wrong with me? Like I'm so damaged."
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up when they
Love
bring
is my
that-
safe
yeah,
word.
Yeah, when they bring that shit up, it's kind of like, all right, what happened to you?
Yeah, but then he fell asleep. I didn't get to, but that's probably good. Then he fell asleep. And then in the middle of the night, he got up to pee, and he opened my closet door. Like, he was about to piss in my closet. And I had to jump up and move him to the bathroom. And then he
Right.
walked out and peed in my
Oh
kitchen.
God.
No, I've done that many times, especially when I've been drinking a lot. I'll wake up and be like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I'll be in a hotel room peeing on, like, a cab driver.
Okay, but a hotel room is one thing, and I
Right.
don't know why you have cab drivers
No,
in
no,
your
no,
hotel
yeah,
room.
when they hang out.
But, like, the hugest turnoff as a girl is when the dude gets more hammered than you. I'm like,
Yeah.
what if someone breaks in and I have to defend you?
No, that's really bad.
Yeah.
That guys should always be more,
More sober. Thank you.
And
Oh,
that's
really?
yeah, yeah.
Well, that
yeah.
one's for together, maybe.
Yeah, and Janice, when I say
Not
that,
counting tonight.
Janice, when I say that,
Or
that's
other
fucked up for Kate to say, actually. 'Cause
What? What do you mean?
Because that's fucked up for you as a female to say the guy should be always more
should.
sober. I should be more wasted than the guy.
Well, not wasted, but I'm just saying this guy was blackout, obliterated,
I don't believe in that.
over and over and over.
Yeah, and see what happened. You try to rape him.
I did not rape. The word rape is a mistake. I meant seduce.
All right, so let's go to another dysentery question.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm afraid.
What? What are you
Nothing.
afraid?
Ask.
All right. You've squirted before, right?
Yes.
Have you ever tasted it? Do you think it's pee or do you think it's a squirt?
I think when it's like in a porno where it's like a
No, that's
stream,
definitely
it's pee.
yeah. But your
real life,
your
no.
personal squirts.
No, I think it's not.
That's
it's not
definitely
pee at
that's
all.
not pee at all.
I
right?
mean, supposedly they say like sometimes maybe you let a little tiny pee like.
It's the same hole as a pee hole.
No,
no, it's not.
It's
That's
not.
the whole thing.
it's vaginal.
It's vaginal squirt.
It's
that's
definitely
the whole.
not pee.
That's the whole like if you were in court, they would throw down the book right after. They go, by the way, that squirt does not come out of the pee hole.
It's definitely not pee, and the reason I know is because I have had it done to me like on purpose to see if I could do it, and it all comes out of
Yeah.
the vag.
Yeah, it comes out of the vag. 100%.
Real squirt, yeah.
Yeah, real
But
squirt.
it's also not a stream. It's more like a gush for me, at
It
least like a
smells.
gush.
I don't know.
yeah.
Like my pussy right now.
No.
no, exactly.
Let's see what happens. I'll go to the
Yeah,
bathroom.
exactly.
Bring
like
a handful.
like I've had squirt happen in my mouth before, and it look I've not had pee, like a glass of pee, and be like, oh, this is great,
No.
but I've had it squirt in my mouth,
Like you've been
and it
peed
was
on?
it wasn't
What
like
did it taste like?
it wasn't like horrible. It was just like, oh, this just a bunch of pussy juice in my mouth.
Pee or squirt?
Squirt.
You just said you've had pee
No, I
splash in
mean
your
no.
mouth.
I'm saying I've never had a glass of pee before, but I've had squirt before, and it wasn't
glass?
oh, this is horrible and gross. It was more like, oh, this is a lot of pussy juice.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I think
I don't know. I think mine when I'm healthy and I'm like working out a lot, it's pretty tastes like water.
yeah, it's pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like
Everyone
oh,
should
pussy
try
juice.
it.
Diet just does change it a lot, though.
Diet what?
Diet does change
Yes.
it a lot.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. Sugar, like sugar is the biggest thing for like your
Yeah.
pussy.
Do you
Yeah.
remember how you used to say I smell like a baby?
You smell like a baby?
I
I
don't-
used to.
Yeah.
like-
But
I
that-
don't smell like a baby anymore.
Yeah,
Like
but that was
all of
because
you?
your lotion.
Yeah, like just my smell in general.
Uh-huh.
All right, so now here's a new part of the dysentery I'm trying out.
I'm so curious if they can hear the static we can hear.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
so.
I had
giving
to
me
take
a
it off 'cause
headache.
it's annoying.
I don't think so. But this is a new part where we're going to zoom in on your face.
No, I'm so tired. Don't. I'm so tired. I'm covering it all up.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do
No.
that. I was going to squirt a bunch of lotion on your face. Do you like the taste of cum? Or are you a cum?
Depends on the guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you had bad cum before?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've had some that's pretty funky.
Do you? Some girls though they're like, no, I love blowjobs. I love sucking cock, and I love
like
the taste
giving
of cum.
blowjobs.
You do like giving
Yeah,
blowjobs.
yeah.
Do you? I mean, in
It's
my opinion,
fun.
it
If it's
seems
a-
like a lot of guys are just dirty. Like you don't have that problem,
I guess I'm pretty selective with men.
right?
I don't tend
Like
to fuck
you got a
dirty
movie,
guys.
you're a director, you have an album.
I haven't really had a movie director, I don't think.
Have you ever had
Bored me.
had a load that you're just like something's not right here? It seems like sour milk.
There was one or two that were really bad, but those guys in particular had the foulest smelling balls, and like scent is so much of
Right.
your taste. So, but I've also had some where their cum was like really good. This one guy was like he ate meat, but he ate like super low carbs, super lean protein, and tons of fruit. And I swear his cum was like, it tasted like a protein shake, like Jamba Juice. Like it was sweet, it was good. I don't know. I've only had bad once.
Have you ever ate a guy's ass?
Of course.
You
Really?
have?
You've ate a
You
guy's
haven't?
ass?
Yeah.
No, I don't want my girl to ever eat a guy's ass.
I don't offer it, but if they ask and I'm in love with them, I'll do. If I'm in love with you, I'll do almost anything.
Was
How
it
many-
hairy?
How many
Well,
asses
no.
have you ate?
Two. Wait.
Two.
Two.
You know, it's been
I didn't
more.
count.
All right.
No,
it's
two.
been more. Yeah.
Just definitely
Just
two.
so you know, all of us think that it's more.
I was trying to remember if there was a third, but no, only two, and both of them.
You never tasted any poop? You never like been like something's a little strange here.
No, because both of them. Well, okay, the first one was my ex-boyfriend who was so meticulously anally clean. He was Asian. That in fact, he wouldn't even. If we went to the gym, he wouldn't fuck till after we both showered. If I came home right now, he'd be like, get in the shower before he'd fuck me. Like he was obsessed with cleanliness. So he had the.
Asians are like that.
Yeah, and he would never. He would only. I would do it if he asked. And the other guy hinted at it. Like I knew he wanted it. He sent me. We FaceTimed. And he was in the shower, and he actually said something like, "Oh my God, I just cleaned my asshole so deep. I almost came or something." And I was like, "Okay." He wants me to eat his ass.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, and then that night when we had sex, he kind of like stuck it. I just knew.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I just want to say for the record, if this is what I'm talking about. If I know I'm fucking, if I think there's a chance of fucking, I will wash my asshole out to be safe because I don't ever want a guy to go.
Well,
He arches back like a cat.
I mean, honestly, the other thing about that guy is he would always eat my ass a ton and just like eat a tiny bit of pussy. And I remember always thinking
That's
like,
kinda
this guy loves asshole. I know.
yeah. All right. Look, I think eating ass is new for everybody. I think the internet has helped out a
I
lot
agree
or
with
something.
that. Totally.
And the whole like eating ass more than a vagina it really confuses
I
me.
don't get that.
I don't get that at all.
I mean, he was
but
the first.
to a point, all these recent articles that you read on the internet say that if you eat vagina, you might get throat cancer. But there's nothing about eating ass.
That can't be real.
No, are you
Well,
serious?
that happened to Michael Douglas, didn't it?
Yeah.
He got too much. He
Exactly.
got throat cancer from eating.
Exactly.
But he's a fucking movie star, dude. He's probably eating a million.
No, he's
pussies.
eating the cleanest pussy. What
Wait,
are you
how-
talking? He's
how
not
is
cleaning
that
fucking
correlated?
7-Eleven
Are you
ass.
crazy? Those guys love the dirtiest skank.
How is that correlation made?
Well, I guess if you have, like, I don't know, a STD. Let's say you have HPV, they're eating your pussy all the time. I don't know. They
So
can
it
get
came
in their
from an
throat.
actual disease. It's not just pussy itself.
Something.
No, it's.
I think. No, I don't think
You're
so.
not supposed. You're
We
not
need to
supposed. You're not
research
supposed to eat pussy. Look. Look,
Yes,
that,
you are.
that-
Don't listen to him.
That is
Yes,
a
you are.
delivery system
No.
for a baby.
Well, it's not probably God's intention or whoever's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
It's not God's attention.
But none of this is God's intention. I doubt this podcast is God's intention.
Not like cancer, bad intention.
Well, I
though.
mean, if you have HPV and a guy eats your pussy,
Well,
maybe you can
that-
get throat HPV.
yeah.
Guys can get all kinds of weird shit.
that I get, but I don't think. I don't don't know.
No, it's a real thing. I don't know why you don't you haven't heard of this. This is like one of the
But it's more rare
The
than
cri-
it's not common. I don't think it's like. Let me ask you this: what's your stance on condoms?
I hate condoms.
Okay, I was just in wherever I was, Florida, and I was in a women's restroom, and we were talking about condoms. This girl was like, "Does anyone need a condom? I have one. I'm not going to use tonight." And every girl in the bathroom was like, "I mean, I almost feel bad saying this. I don't want to encourage like people to get knocked up, especially if you're in like Alabama or Georgia." But every girl was like, "I don't use them. I don't use them." And I was like, I'm not really sure why people. I mean, the only STD that's not curable besides herpes is HIV.
Yeah,
Right?
and supposedly a lot of people have
PV.
PV.
Yeah.
A lot of people have HPV, and it's just like one of those things like, oh, I have HPV. It doesn't do anything.
Well,
I
now
got
there's a
it."
vaccine. You can get vaccinated.
Yeah, before you get HPV.
Right.
So that doesn't help anyone else.
Well, no, but I mean, like, I don't think.
How do you know you have HPV? Is there any symptoms?
I think I don't have it, so I don't know. My sister. Oops. Never mind.
Your sister from another mister.
I mean, my stepsister
You
from
mean your
Nebraska.
sister.
No, I don't know. I think men don't have any symptoms, but they're like they can carry it with no symptoms. I think women, it depends on what kind you have, but I think like if you have the worst kind, it can lead to cervical cancer.
Yeah.
The symptoms of HPV, a mouth sore also occurs.
A mouth sore? Are you looking up herpes?
A mouth sore or also occurs that does not heal within 3 weeks, which that's scary. If you had a mouth sore that didn't, like 3 weeks later, you're like, what the fuck? I've never had that. Soft tissues of the mouth becoming discolored, pain while swallowing or feeling as if food sticks in your throat, like you're choking, swelling with no pain in the tonsils, pain while chewing.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Wait a second.
Also, warts and itching.
Warts and itching.
Vaginal warts.
Well, that's like herpes.
No, this right here does not say anything about warts or any of that shit.
I don't know, man. All I know is, I personally don't know that condoms. I don't want to like say don't use condoms, but I don't know what the point is really.
No. Here's what condoms are for. When you
Babies?
first meet somebody, you should definitely wear condoms.
Of course, but like
Absolutely.
once you're like
when you start
having,
dating somebody, fuck condoms.
every time I fuck a guy who puts on a condom, they always buy them too big because they think their dick is bigger than it is,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
like
so
all
funny.
like wrinkled up and fucking like coming up, and it's like pointless. And then you're
But
like,
you're also probably hanging out with guys that are
With small
all
dicks?
wasted on drugs or something, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll get hard for you.
no, only like one or two. Shut up, Ryan.
Yeah, that's another problem, man. Like
I don't
look,
know.
you know what's the worst is that my whole life I only knew about Trojan condoms, and like every time you heard Magnum, you're like, oh, that's for black guys, and like seriously, that's what like from Ohio at least, that's what I always thought. So I'd always wear Trojan condoms, and I always remembered they would always break. I'm like, God damn, Trojans are the worst, and I would always. Then like maybe like 5 years ago or so, like I bought a pack of Magnums as a joke, and I was like, holy shit,
They
this is
fit.
just a normal condom. Like I for some reason I thought it was like going to be like this amazing crazy like condom, but no, it was a condom that didn't break, and that's huge.
What's different about a Magnum?
They shouldn't call them Magnum.
Aren't
Like
they made
Trojan
by
should make
Trojan?
Trojan large. I don't know why Trojan's like sleeping
Why
on
do
this.
you think they call it a Magnum?
Yeah,
because
but-
guys are like,
Yeah, but
Magnum.
why isn't Trojan making their version of Magnum unless they own Magnum?
No, they do.
Oh, they do?
I think it's Trojan Magnum.
Do they really?
I'm pretty sure. Look it up. I'll tell you something great.
If Trojan owns Magnum, that's the dumbest marketing ever because at least growing up as
I'm
a kid.
almost positive it's a Trojan.
Then why like for some reason Magnum has this whole stigma about it that's like, oh no, this is for black guys.
I don't think that's true at all. Here's what I know. One time, I never had to buy condoms in my life. And one time this guy was sleeping with, like, we were sleeping with each other regularly, but towards the end, it became like one of those things where it was just sex. I hit him up to hook up, and he was like, well, I'm out of condoms. Can you bring some? So he goes, get Magnums. So I went to Walgreens, and all they sold was a 10-pack. It's $20. Do you know how much condoms cost?
shit.
$20. So I bought the box. I went there. We fucked, and then we never fucked again. So like a month later, I sent him a Venmo request for $18 for the condoms we didn't use, and
Wow.
he paid me.
Expensive. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Because
So-
free condoms are so
great.
abundant.
And I have like a trash bag.
No, for women, condoms are
Free.
thrown at you. Yeah, all the time. They're not for guys. Isn't that weird? Like, you girls can go to Planned Parenthood, get
can
a
you.
back. Yeah.
You can go there and
yeah,
get
they
'em.
don't advertise Planned Parenthood for guys.
Walk in there. There's
Yeah.
a basket of condoms.
I guess
see a
so,
lot of
but
guys
they
there all the time,
don't.
too.
They don't market it to.
Well, they
guys.
don't market
Yeah,
it to
that's
us
true.
either.
Yeah, yeah, but
They give it to you in a gift bag like the dentist gives you dental floss.
yeah, if you want us not to get you pregnant, or if you don't want to spread like disease, maybe you should market something to guys that we can get a bag full of condoms. Because growing up,
Go to
it was so expensive buying condoms. By the way, Trojan owns Magnum. What the
I
fuck?
knew that. It
What?
says it on the box.
Yeah.
Trojan Magnums.
Didn't know that.
You're just so
know
distracted by
that.
like I'm buying black guy condoms.
No.
Which not all black guys even have big dicks,
See,
by the
you
way.
just said exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's.
But they don't all have big dicks either. I've hooked up
But
with
what
black guys.
you're saying exactly what it's marketed to. Black guy. Like
No,
a
you
white
said
guy.
that.
Yeah, but white guy doesn't want to buy. So we're
Not
buying
true.
these Trojans, same company that just break and we make babies.
First of
All
all,
right,
no.
calm down.
Oh, really? You think white guys have more babies than black guys running around? All I'm saying is this. I know white guys who use magnums. I know black guys with medium dicks. They don't use magnums. It's all relative.
Who knows? What's
I
your?
have a big pussy.
Yeah, she has like her pussy. Like you could put 3 microphones in it. Like
Big, wide, or long?
I'm just joking.
No,
I was,
she
trying,
had-
I was
yeah,
just trying to
yeah.
abolish the
she
stereotype.
just wished she had a.
Oh.
yeah.
I
Mine's
wish
a little
I had
short.
I
think.
wish I had a deeper pussy though.
Yeah. Me
Sometimes
too.
it hurts.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean,
Once I-
I fuck her and then like her back hurts for a couple of days.
Are you arching really hard?
No, that's a joke.
Oh.
He's saying his dick's poking the back of my back.
You should have said like her lungs are sore.
Yeah.
I think that's where broken hearts come from, and the guys with the huge dicks keep hitting you in the heart, and then they leave you.
I sometimes wonder though, like you watch some of these porns and you're
Dude,
like,
right?
how is that even?
Yeah.
Those little white girls with the humongous black dicks, when they're like, I'm like, that's pain.
They must have deep pussies.
No,
I
they're
don't
in
e-
pain.
No, they're just in pain. Like there's some videos that you can find on Pornhub and shit like that. That's like, let's say, black guy fucks Asian hooker, huge dick, too hard, and you watch it and you're like,
Too hard.
that girl probably died later. Like,
Ugh, I
like
know,
she had to
I
go to
hate
the
those.
hospital. Like it's like
Honestly.
uncomfortable to watch. Where you're like, that's not.
I've had
cool.
sex with a couple guys that their dick hurt.
Really?
Yeah, and I
Did
tried.
you stop? Did you?
No, you
put
try
it-
to fake it. But like this one guy, he's the only guy I ever had a one night stand with, for real. And the reason it was a one night stand was because his dick was too big. It hurt. And I maybe would have fucked him again, but he listened to a podcast where I talked about how his dick was too big. And after that, I was like, now it's over because he'll know I'm thinking that. And it's just, but yeah, certain positions it hurt. Other ones it was great. He was a stripper.
All right, we're about to wrap up.
We
Because
should because my voice. I'm
yeah,
losing.
I could tell you're
Sorry.
becoming Lindsay Lohan.
I told you I was legit. I didn't even, dude, I didn't even finish the story. But the point is, I slept 12 hours today because I was so sick. And
damn.
I woke up and was like,
How are you sick?
I legitimately think I have like bronchitis. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, for real. But I slept all day. And then when I woke up, I was like, I got to at least get out of the house. So I went, had dinner with a friend, came to the store. It was supposed to be like an hour. And now here we are at 5 a.m. doing
5
dysentery.
a.m. I wish it was 5 a.m.
It's after 5 a.m.
It's 7:30.
5:30.
Jesus Christ.
Kate, I'm so glad you helped me test out the studio. Like,
I can't wait to see if the static
I
is
know.
on the podcast.
I know.
That would suck.
You guys probably don't even know. We just hear static right now. Like we
So
don't even-
much
yeah,
static.
Yeah, it's the worst.
But if I take it off, I can't hear you.
yeah, you can.
Barely.
We're in
right
the
next
same-
to you. you know, Toe doesn't even have headphones on right now.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Kate,
Dude, it's 7 a.m. I'm dying of the plague. I'm at DC Improv next weekend. Come.
All right, Kate Quigley, you can find her. Check her out. You're still doing the
Date
podcast,
fails.
right? Yeah.
Yep, all
Are
the
you
time.
doing it at
It's still on All Things Comedy, but I don't
Awesome.
record it there so much just 'cause it's busy as fuck over there.
I
But,
love-
yeah. And I'm
I
at the Ice House this Friday night, 10 o'clock show.
Awesome. Toe, good seeing you, dear.
Sure.
Hey, guys. Hopefully everything worked out okay. This is the first podcast here from Death Squad Burbank. See you guys later, I guess.
I'm grateful that you had me. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Wow.